So tulog.
Napa.
Ay, may cat food dito. Hala, bait.
Pagputol ang buntot, ay yung tenga nila may tanda.
Ano ibig sabihin?
Pinuputol lang ng tenga nila.
Pagkapon.
Ibig sabihin na, pati yung mga pusa dun putol ang tenga. Yung mga stray cat may tanda sila. Pinuputol buntot ang tenga.
Ayan, so yesterday was the International Cat Day. So, naisipan kong gumawa ng content kung paano namin dinala si Faisal dito sa Dubai. So, sa mga hindi pa nakaka-follow kay Faisal sa Instagram, so si Faisal ay aming British Shorthair Stray Cat na nakuha ng asawa ko sa Kuwait. Come, come. Come. Oh, meow. Say hi. Hi. Hi, friends. This is Faisal. Meow. Meow, meow. Ayan. Say hi, subscribers. Hello. Andiyan ka na. Ayan, just to share a little background. So, I moved here to Dubai last June. So, we have a cat at home in Manila. So, hindi namin siya kayang iwan. Kaya, naisipan namin na dalhin na lang din siya dito since we're seeing long term na magstay dito sa Dubai. Ayan siya. So, a quick also background about Faisal. So, nakuha siya ng asawa ko sa Kuwait nung nag-work pa siya doon. So, si Faisal, stray cat siya. And, bago pa mag-abroad si husband before, gusto talaga namin magkaroon ng pusa. So, ayan. So, ma-share ko lang. Yung process kasi dito sa Dubai, medyo complicated siya compared to other countries. At saka, sobrang daming requirements. So, every emirate, iba yung requirement niya. So, yung i-share ko today is solely based on our experience. Ayun guys, so yun. Just to share, bago natin simulan yung mga steps, if magdadala kayo ng pet dito sa UAE, specifically Dubai, so hindi sila po tumatanggap ng in-cabin. Or in short, dapat po is yung pet natin is through manifested cargo. Yes, so yun po yung isa sa mga dilemma namin before kung itutuloy ba namin kasi medyo una sa lahat hindi ko siya kasama sa flight, so hindi ko alam kung safe ba. If kasi gusto niyo makatipid, pwede naman po kayong mag-Abu Dhabi Airport. You can use Etihad Airways. They allow pets in cabin as long as may specific size lang sila, syempre. Hindi pwede yung mga big animals. And ayun nga, medyo expensive din siya kasi it's $1,500 per pet. Separate pa po ito doon sa pamasahin ninyo. Ayan, sige. Isa-isahin natin yung mga requirements and yung process and kung magkano yung nagastos natin per step. Ayan. So, first, you need to check kung updated ba yung vaccine nung pet ninyo. So, kailangan meron siyang pet passport or vaccination card na tinatawag. So, in our case, updated naman siya and yung next vaccine niya is due pa on September this year. So, yung pet passport niya is nanggaling pa to sa Kuwait. Ayun. So, and meron na rin siyang microchip. So, yung validity ng microchip, usually, it's 5 years. So, yung kanya is think 3 years na. Kasi when we got him, ano na siya almost 1 year old na siya. So, ngayon, right now, kaka 4 years old lang niya nung March. Also, take note kung yung pet nyo is wala pa nga siyang any vet record. So, I recommend na dapat mauna nyo siyang palagyan ng microchip. Kasi meron po yung sequence. So, hindi dapat mauna yung 4-in-1 or yung vaccine. So, you should ask also your vet para sure. Pero yun din yung nabasa ko based on our research. Kasi, hindi siya magiging valid, I think, kapag nahuli yung microchip. Ayan, so sa mga required vaccine, so kailangan ng 4-in-1 for cats. And then also, included na dun yung dapat yung anti-rabies. Dapat meron sila nun kasi yun yung pinaka-importanting titignan nila dun. Second step, you need to secure a titer test. So what is a titer test? So, titer test, i-collect ng vet yung blood from your pet. So, dun madedetermine kung enough ba yung kanyang antibodies for fighting rabies yun. So, it's a test para ma-determine din ng UAE if safe bang dalhin dito yung pet natin. I will link down below yung vet na pinagkuhaan na namin ng titer test. Also, yung processing nito is typically 2 to 4 weeks. So, I suggest na kung may plano kayong dalhin or kung may plano kayo mag-move with your pet this year, let's say October, siguro now pa lang you should consider na mag-start dun sa mga requirements na na-mention ko. Kasi with us, na-delay din yung pag-move ko dito kasi dahil dun sa titer test, medyo nakulangan ako ng research. So, akala ko before, it's just a simple blood test. Pero, hindi ko in-expect na ganun kahaba yung magiging process because yung blood sample po kasi, dadalhin pa siya sa isang accredited clinic sa US. It can be Australia. Depende to sa vet nyo kung sino yung partner nila abroad because wala po sa Philippines na laboratory na nagpa-process ng titer test, unfortunately, kaya ganun na lang po katagal and kamahal yung presyo nito. So, another point to discuss, actually, hindi lahat ng countries required mag-present ng titer test. However, kasama kasi tayo, yung Philippines, sa list of countries na merong maraming rabies. So, we are a high-risk country. That's why required siya ng airline and ng government of UAE. Ayan, so while waiting for the result, syempre, I also prepared his IATA approved travel crate. So, meron akong na-create na separate short about this, kung paano ko inassemble yung crate niya. So, this is very important, especially if Emirates Airline yung kukuhaan niyo na cargo. Okay, so, they are very strict when it comes to the crate. Kasi they want also your pet to be comfortable during the travel. So, in our case, we already have an existing crate. So, yun yung crate na ginamit niya from Kuwait to Manila. So, yun. Should be, dapat yung pet nyo po is nakakatayo and nakakaupo, nakaka-turn around ng comfortable siya dun sa loob ng crate niya. Yun. So, of course, dapat yung crate niya merong lalagyan ng food and lalagyan ng water. And, I suggest na lagyan nyo rin ng potty pad or any absorbent pads dun sa loob. So, in case lang na magwiwi, magpupo, ayan. So, ayun, naglagay din ako ng used t-shirt ko sa loob ng crate kasi sabi nila, mas malilesen daw yung stress kasi feeling daw nila kasama ka pa rin nila sa biyahe. Okay, third step is you need to contact an accredited forwarder endorsed by Emirates Sky Cargo. So, what is a forwarder and is it really necessary? Yes. So, you cannot book directly with Emirates Sky Cargo. Through their website, you can see the available flights. You can see the time, but you will not see the amount, or you cannot even, it will not proceed. Yeah. So, yung una, sabi ko, wait lang, may glitch ba yung website nila? So, I tried to email them. So, thankfully, mabilis silang mag-respond yung customer service ni Emirates. So, yeah, they told me that they have an accredited partner. So, they will be the one to process the documents. They will be the one to handle everything. Basically everything. So, parang it's a third party company na sila yung magiging kausap natin all the way hanggang sa mapalipad nila yung ating pet. Yun. So, yung customer service nila, binigay nila yung email address and the contact number of the forwarder. So, I will also link down below kung sino yung forwarder na yon. So, wala naman ako masabi kasi 10 out of 10, they are really good and talagang they will make sure na talagang safe na safe yung pet nyo and will constantly update you on the process, of course, nung paglipad with our pet. Ayan, so basically the forwarder will ask you to submit soft copies of the required documents by the airline. So the titer test, vaccination records or passport, photo of your pet, and the MOKE import permit. So, and then the veterinary health certificate, and then Annex 3 of the MOKE, and BAI export permit. I know, it's a lot. Ayun. So, take note na yung cost nito will depend on the dollar exchange rate and the total weight of your cat and the crate. Ayan, in our experience, they did give us a quotation. It's just an average amount so that you can also prepare financially on your end. So, it's not gonna be the final price, but at least it's gonna be near. So, dito magiging importante yung sinasabi kong it will depend on the weight. So, on our end, we measured him based on wala lang, finil lang namin yung crate na nasa loob siya. So, technically, we gave a higher amount of weight compared to sa actual weight niya, which I will discuss later on. Okay, punta tayo sa fourth step. So, yung fourth step, you need to apply online for an import permit through the MOKE website. So, in order for you to apply for this, so, dapat po, kung sino yung nasa UAE, nakamag-anak nyo or partner nyo, sila po yung mag-a-apply nito sa website because you will need an UAE pass account for this. So, in our case, my husband got this. So, mabilis lang siya. It's actually nag-fill out lang siya ng details about our cat and uploaded some photos and the vaccination records, the titer test result. And then, yon, immediately they sent it out through his email and then he also paid this online. Yan siya. So, ayan. So, once you have all the requirements that I've mentioned earlier, so, pwede nyo na siyang i-forward through email dun sa forwarder nyo so that he can book the flight already and secure the slot of your pet. Kasi I think it's just a maximum of 4 pets per flight. Yes, so si Emirates, they only have 2 flights per day. So, it's either late night and then very early in the morning. So, yon. So, another requirement is you need to visit your vet at least 48 hours before your departure for the pre-departure checkup and the issuance of the 2 kinds of vet certificate. Again, there will be 2 kinds of veterinary health certificate that will be issued to you by the veterinary. Ayan, so in our case, we opted to go to Vets in Practice in Shaw Boulevard, Pasig because they are very knowledgeable when it comes to the process of exportation of pets. So, hindi po lahat ng vet ay marunong or they have an idea. So, I did a lot of research about this kasi yung vet talaga ng cat namin is hindi talaga sa Vets in Practice. However, yun nga, upon research, they appeared to be the top one na nagpa-process ng ganito. They also offer, I think, like a full package if you do not have enough time to process all the requirements. They will be the one to process it for you. So, of course, it will be pricey. But since we are on a budget, so we opted to do DIY and also have a lot of time naman nun. So wala naman na akong prior engagements that time. So anyway, I will also link down below kung sino yung nakausap ko sa Vets in Practice. He's so super helpful na kahit na hindi ko kinuha yung whole package from them, they still assisted me and guided me kung paano yung correct na process. And may mga timings kasi yan kung kailan ka dapat pumunta sa vet, kailan mo dapat kunin yung export permit. So, may mga kanya-kanya expirations po kasi ito, guys. Ayan, so after the vet, kailangan nyo kumuha ng BAI export permit. So, yung BAI office is located at Quezon City. It's near UP Diliman. So, it's technically free, but you need to go there early. Kasi po, ang waiting time is 2 hours in my experience. Do not forget to bring photocopies of the vaccination card, titer test, vet cert, the 2 vet certs, the vet cert, the pre-departure vet cert, and then the Annex 3 of the MOKay, and also the MOKay import permit. Yun, wag na po natin kakalimutan magdala ng photocopy. Okay, nakapag-wait ka na ng 2 hours, so pwede mo na ngayong ipadala yung mga original documents sa forwarder mo. So, in my case, pagkatapos ko sa BAI, pinalalamove ko na yung mga documents sa office nila sa Parañaque. Okay, fast forward sa flight ng aking pet, chika time ulit tayo. So, doon sa mismong flight ni Paisal, so, yung flight niya is 11 PM pa naman ng gabi. So, pero ang call time po sa cargo terminal is 2 PM for the microchip check and customs check. So, I suggest na i-fasting nyo yung cat nyo before the flight. Siguro like 2 hours before you leave the house. So, para lang hindi siya magsuka or hindi siya magkalat sa crate niya. Kasi meron akong nabasa sa Reddit na hindi niya finast yung cat niya. So, nung pagkuha niya sa cat niya, ang kalat ng crate, pati yung pet niya super dirty. But anyway, based on experience naman, si Faisal, nung Kuwait to Manila, lang siya, hindi siya kumain. Parang, hindi rin siya uminom. Basta ganun, hindi niya nabawasan yung food tsaka yung water niya doon sa crate niya. Siguro hindi rin siya comfy kumain or wala rin siya sa mood, ganyan. And hindi rin siya stress afterwards. So, thankfully, strong independent cat naman si Faisal. hindi siya aligaga, lang siya. Chill lang siya, naka-loaf lang siya doon sa loob ng crate niya. Ayan, so pagdating nyo dun sa cargo terminal, so may mag-a-assist sa inyo from the forwarder para doon sa microchip test reading ng custom. So, after nun, pwede na kayong pumunta doon sa office nila, sa Parañaque. So, malapit lang naman siya. It's just like 5 to 10 minutes ride. So, yun. So, doon na nila final way yung cat nyo inside the crate. So, doon yun na rin malalaman kung magkano ba talaga yung babayaran nyo, and ayun. Ayan, so yun na, nakapagbayaran na kayo and all that. So, yung forwarder, sasamahan niya kayo sa another cargo terminal. So, I think this is beside duty free. If I'm not mistaken, this is PAG's terminal, cargo terminal. So, siya, dun yun na final drop off yung pet nyo. So, yung staff ng Emirates, ginawa lang nila is chinek lang nila yung overall condition ng crate, kung secured ba. So, nag-add sila ng mga Loctite and packaging tape para lang, kasi may mga cases nga daw na nabubuksan ng pet yung door ng crate and then nakakatakas. Anyway, hindi naman talaga siya applicable do sa pet namin kasi sobrang behave niya lang talaga. Ayan na, so ito na yung pinaka agonizing part talaga for me is yung iniwan ko na siya doon sa terminal and then umuwi na ako. Tapos ayun, syempre wala akong magagawa kundi mag-antay na lang, 'di ba? At syempre mag-pray na sana makarating siya ng safe sa Dubai, 'di ba? So anyway, yun nga, so si Emirates naman siya, mahilig naman sila mag-update via email kung ano na yung status. So, nag-update sila nung nandun na nga, nakaalis na yung plane. Tapos nag-update din sila if nung nag-arrive na siya sa DXB airport yun. So, anyway, nandun din naman sa email nila ko yung specific instructions kung paano nyo siya i-claim sa cargo terminal if you do not have someone or if you didn't hire someone na mag-claim ng pet nyo. Kasi pwede rin naman yun. Yung iba kasi parang busy sila dito, they have work. So, nag-hire sila ng like for example, yung mag-claim ng pet nila. So, for us, nag-DIY lang kami kasi medyo expensive din if ipapa-claim namin siya sa iba. So, I think it's around 40,000 pesos. If I'm not mistaken. Ganun siya. So, ang covered ng services nila is, yun nga, i-claim nila yung pet mo. And then, they will pay the customs fee. And then, they will transport your pet sa home address mo dito sa Dubai. Yun. Anyway, hindi siya, for us, it's not practical. I mean, hindi naman mahirap i-claim yung pet. Ayun, so yung flight, nag-land siya ng 4 a.m. here. And we were advised to wait or to give them 2 hours before we can claim him. So, don't worry yun. Si Emirates, meron siyang world-class facility para sa mga pets natin. So, while they are waiting, they will be given food and water. And rest assured na totoo siya kasi nung dumating siya sa amin, meron siyang yung food niya na naka-ziplock do sa labas ng crate niya, yun, nakasalin na siya dun sa lalagyan. Although, di naman talaga siya kumain. And then, may additional bottled water na nakadikit dun sa crate niya. Ayan, for the customs processing, proceed to cargo terminal and Emirates will then give you a detailed step-by-step process through email. So, pagdating po natin dun, meron po ulit babayaran na export fee. So, ayun. Yung cargo terminal pala guys, medyo siya, kailangan mo talaga ng transpo papunta doon. Kasi papasok siya and I don't think yung mga taxis talaga dito, hindi sila talaga allowed magsakay ng pet. Unlike sa Pilipinas na yung Grab, di ba may Grab pet. So, yun. Ang ginawa na lang ng husband ko is parang nag-tip na lang siya doon sa taxi driver para isakay sila pa uwi. Ayan na. So, papunta na tayo sa exciting na part. Ito na po yung ating breakdown of expenses. Break. Ayan. So, first, yung titer test natin. It's 26,000 pesos. Kasama po yung transpo ni vet. Kasi po, nagpa-home service kami. Yan siya. So, second is yung pre-departure check-up, issuance of health certificate, Annex 3 of MOKE. So, 3,930 siya with vets in practice. Yun. So, and then yung third, yung BAI export permit. Of course, it's free. And then yung MOKE import permit is 250 dirhams or 3,750 pesos. And then, of course, yung crate, you need to buy if wala kayo. So, sa amin, wala na. So, yung materials na lang for the IATA approved crate. So, yun, 200 pesos. We just bought the green mesh. Alam niyo yung sa kulungan ng manok, na mesh. Ganon siya. Tapos, cable ties. So, and then, yung flight and customs fee via the forwarder, so it's 37,897. Of course, it depends po again kung ano po yung magiging kalalabasan na total weight ng crate and your pet. So, in our case, that's for 10 kilos. Okay? So, it will also depend kung ano po yung dollar exchange rate on that day. And then, yung Dubai export fees sa cargo terminal, it's 395 dirhams or 5,925 pesos. So, ang total po na nagastos namin kay Faisal ay 77,702 pesos plus. Yeah. Anyway, so I think nakamura pa rin naman kami compared if nagpa-process kami. Kasi yung quotation nila sa amin, I'm not gonna mention who's who, but I inquired to 3 various pet relocation agencies. So, roughly 150 to 250,000 yung charge nila sa amin. Excluded pa po dito yung babayaran dito sa Dubai, guys, ha. So, talagang napa-DIY na lang talaga kami. And that's it for today's video. I hope may natutunan kayo. And if you are still having questions, kung meron akong hindi naklaro sa aking video, you can comment down below and I will try to answer it. Ayun, so see you on my next vlog. Bye!